Hello, everyone. Hi, Diljeet.
Hello.
Hi. I, I am doing great.
How are you?
Thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time this morning. I know you have a very long
You're
day,
welcome.
but tons of things happening this week. It's Mother's Day, so it's well, yesterday for Latin America was Mother's Day itself. So this week is like all about celebration, and for us at DIY, we just wanted to take 5 to 10 minutes to let you know that we appreciate you and ask you a couple questions so that our audience knows what are the people that embrace the DIY brand about. So I know not everybody knows who you are, so if you want to go ahead and let us know a little bit of your mission, what are you about, and a little bit about yourself, that would be awesome.
Great. Well, I'm Diljeet Taylor, and I'm the women's cross country and track coach at BYU, Brigham Young University here in Utah. And prior to this, I was coaching at Cal State Stanislaus. I ran in college and for a couple of years after that. And I love TIY. So this is, we have some of the same passions in regards to just being empowered women in our arena and hopefully inspiring other people to do the same. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I also coach a professional group of 3 of my graduates that were all NCAA champions, and they are here in Utah training with
Amazing. So tell us a little bit about, in your world, how common is it that a woman coaches other women in Utah or in your professional running group?
So in track and field in general and cross country, it's a male dominated industry, which looks probably similar in coaching across the board, but I think we're at 13% women. And so, yeah, it's a big deal for me as a female in the sport to, one, for visibility and representation, just to be doing what I love, and also to be inspiring other people to maybe follow in the same footsteps that may feel like they have to choose between their passion and motherhood, or just entering an arena that not a lot of people look like them. So for me, as a minority and as a female and as a mom, it's extremely important for me to kind of not pave the way, because I think there's a bunch of trailblazers that did that long before I came by, but also just show that it can be done, and it can be done in a successful way.
What are some of the things that you do as a woman of color and as a woman that is leading the way in its own way? You know, you are different as a coach, and that's one of the things that we love about you. So how can you harmonize all the things that you like, being a mom, being fashionable, being a coach, being empowering other women, and being a minority, and all those things that society probably tells you need to choose amongst?
Yeah, I'm super fortunate that my confidence in who I am and where I came from has evolved kind of similarly on the same trajectory as my career path has evolved and become more successful. And so it's really easy for me to share where I came from and parts about my identity and culture, and especially working at BYU, not being a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, it's important for me to share what my beliefs are. And culturally, I try to share that with my team as well, while just being really authentic and genuine to my story. And I think it takes a woman time, right? A certain level of confidence that we have to get to before we feel strong enough to be able to just be authentic to where we came from. And I feel like I'm at that place now in my career and in my personal life. So professionally and personally, I think both things have just elevated and collided at the same way, and I think that's why I'm seeing the success.
So
both
you
of those
said a couple
of
of times confidence. Where do you get your confidence from?
Oh, that's a great question. I have spent the last 18 years building up the people around me without knowing what it was doing in turn for me. And so when you are someone that builds up those around you, it also builds your self-confidence. So, 18 years of coaching and building up men and women, now the last 8 years, just women, I think it has made me be really strong and confident myself, knowing that I'm setting an example for those women as well. And just, yeah, I think the confidence you give is
awesome.
The confidence
Tell
you
us
get.
a little bit about your journey as a mom, having a very successful career. We know that's not easy to balance, to be a good mom and to also be a remarkable coach and take care of yourself. So there's a couple elements there. It's Mental Health Awareness Month in May. So we are really pushing our yellow color for, being a symbol. But tell us a little bit about the mix between being a mom, taking care of yourself and also taking care of all those women around you in order for them to be uplifted and loved.
I always knew I wanted kids ever since I was little. Actually, like the idea of me being a mom was something that I was really excited about. I didn't enter motherhood until later in life, just because I ran professionally for a couple years and then got into coaching. So I was 29 when I got pregnant. And I think that gave me a different perspective because I had those 20s to really chase my dreams and, devote that time to myself. So I was ready to embrace that nurturing role. But then being a mom and also having a career and trying to balance the both, everybody always talks about work-life balance or balance and I just felt like I was failing every year in those early years when I was in the trenches with 2 small boys and a husband and a team. And somewhere along the line, I was like, okay, there's no such thing as balance, right? It's compromise. And I think I'm really good at compromising. Something has to give all the time. And so I always tell people I can do 2 things really well. I can be a great coach and a great mom, or I can be a good wife and a good coach, or I can be a good wife and a good mom, but I can't do all of it because something is always going to be giving, or you're feeling like you're not reaching, you're just not doing the best in all of those areas. And so I try to focus on that in season right now. We're in championship season. And so I'm like, sorry, honey, it is like mom mode and coach mode. That's just where I'm at. And when you lower the bar a little bit for yourself and just give yourself a little bit of grace when these hard decisions have to be made, like, hey, I'm going to miss my kid's basketball game because I'm going to be on the road. That's a normal thing for us now. It's just part of how my kids have grown up. They've always realized that, okay, mom has a team, and
right.
Really embracing the team as part of my family. So the women will come to a lot of events at our house, and my kids have watched these women grow up, and it's important to not keep it separate. Everything kind of meshes together, and then whatever's left over, I try to, put some back into myself.
What are some of the things that you do for yourself?
Well, I love to run, so I've been really dedicated every day to get up early and just get a run in. I do a little workout group Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just a free community for mom. It's a mom's club, just a free community workout here at BYU, and people can join on Zoom too. So 6:30 Mountain Time, just get a 30-minute HIIT workout in, and it's a good way to start the day. But yeah, those are some of the things that I do for me. I also love what I do, and I think that might be one of the reasons why I feel rejuvenated all the time, because I'm standing on the track and I get to do this, right? This is my office. So yeah, that fills me up a lot too. Also draining. It can be draining.
Yes. One of the last things, I know you have a very busy day of meetings, so we really, really appreciate you giving us a little bit of your time today. And hopefully you take all this, as an honor to you, because, sometimes it's easy to forget the things that others see in you that are amazing and remarkable. When you said all those things meshed together and, something has to give, it makes me think of my life philosophy. I love music. So I think that the balance itself doesn't really exist, but it's a harmony. So like in a song, we have, highs and lows, and all that together makes a song beautiful for what it is. And I think our life also resembles that type of synchrony. In we're going to have high notes, and then we're going to have a drop, and then we're going to have a low into a song, and then something else creates a beautiful harmonic thing that when we listen to it, it can give us different types of feelings. So that's the way I see the balance that everyone speaks about. You know, it's more about accepting all the things that you can do at a time, and then knowing that it's not going to be all the time those same things. So, well, with that, we just wanted to say thank you for being part of the TIY community. We love what you're doing for other women. We're here for you if you ever need anything, and we really admire you and appreciate you. Well,
thank
I hope
you
you
so
have a
much.
wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and if you guys don't follow her, just go ahead and give it a follow for the best outfits. Bye, Diljeet.
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.